we're continuing our series of Microsoft Fabric. We've shown you how to create a lakehouse. We've shown you how you can use the SQL endpoint to run queries and access your data. Now we're going to go into some more powerful expressions you can use in SQL that's available right now inside of Fabric. Marcus, you want to show us what we got to go over today?
Sure thing. So picking up where we left off in the last video, we have our SQL editor pulled up over the top of our demo lakehouse that we've generated. So in the last video, we stepped through a SQL query where we had a select statement, our from clause, where clause, a group by, and an order by. In this video, we're going to take you through a couple other functions that you can use within SQL queries or formats that will help you get those insights that you're looking for with your data.
Well, that's fantastic. And I've got a question for you. As I'm creating these queries, can I share these with other people on my team? How hard is that? Do I have to just email it to them, or does Fabric allow something for that?
Yeah, no emailing, Chris. No need to download the files and share them through a file share or an email. You can actually go down to the query section here. I'm going to minimize my schemas. So underneath queries, you have a my queries and a shared queries. Now, if we go back, I still have the query saved from the last video, and I didn't have to do any saving. So Fabric caches those queries, and I could even rename them. So I could go 2022 sales rep revenue. And now I actually, instead of it saying my query 1, I can see exactly what I was trying to accomplish with that SQL query. And if I hover over the query name, I get this 3-dot ellipsis and a quick pick option to move to shared queries. And after I've done that, that opens it up to others that have access to my demo lakehouse resource in that SQL endpoint.
Oh, this is fantastic. So as an analyst, you could just create queries to try and find the answer to a question that's of what's going on inside your business. And then when you find that answer, really easy to then save it into a place that other people on your team can access and use, or as a way to remember, like, hey, this is something that I shared these results with other people in my company, right?
Absolutely. It's a very similar experience, or I would say it's very similar to like the My Workspace environment with what you'd maybe be used to with Power BI. You now kind of have a My Query section in the SQL editor where you can do all of your kind of personal analysis. And when you get to the point of finding insights that others might find valuable, you could move it to the shared option, or as we'll show later on, you could maybe harden it into an actual view that could be leveraged in something like a Power BI desktop report or in an Excel file.
Wow. Okay, so spoilers. I think that is going to be an exciting video. I can't wait to get to that one. But okay, so we're saving and we're sharing views, or we're saving and sharing queries. You've got another query that we're going to be running through today, some more advanced functions here.
Absolutely. So let me bring over a slightly tweaked query from what we ran for the 2022 revenue for sales reps. In this query, we're going to use a rank function. So instead of needing an order by clause, we're going to leverage a rank function here to rank our sales rep by that total revenue in the year 2022. So you can see here in my select statement, I'm pulling through sales rep name again. I'm going to show that total revenue, but I'm going to actually add a format because if you remember from my last query, and I'll pull that up and run that quick here. The total revenue that I get back is not really formatted. It's got 6 decimal points, no commas. little hard to read and tell, like, maybe what is the difference between that sales or that total revenue. So in this query, I'm going to add a format function here. I'm going to add some commas, and I'm going to remove the decimal points. I just want to round up to a nice whole number to see what that total revenue is.
Makes
I'm going to bring in the same tables here in my from clause. So sales, sales rep, and date, and do the appropriate joins. I'm going to pull back the year 2022. And again, I do need a group by for the non-aggregated column. So I'm going to group by that sales rep name or full name column.
I got it. So both sum and dense rank are aggregate functions. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and give this a run. And now you can see, now I get the revenue formatted nicely, whole number with columns. I get it sorted by rank, so I can easily see that Matt Jones was my #1 sales rep in terms of revenue in 2022, all the way down to the bottom, where I have, 1 through 16 ranked here. So a really quick way to maybe take or format the query that I started with and make it a little bit more valuable to the analysts or myself that may be consuming this information.
Wow. That's incredible. And if you're doing ranking, which is a common thing, right? Who's your top dog? Who's leading the pack when it comes to sales, and this type of evaluation is something you need to do all the time. So dense rank looks like it's an awesome function. Well, Marcus, thank you so much for running us through the ability to not just create amazing queries, but to share them with members of your team and the dense rank function here. This is awesome. Thank you.
No problem, Chris.
Awesome. We're going to see you guys next time for more insights on advanced SQL functions that you can use today in Microsoft Fabric. Have a great day.